Sorry, Lara 1.6, Liana 1.6, Libby 1.5, Lisa 1.2 kg. But right now they are 10 points. Only Libby, I think. Libby is 9.
Laura, Lisa, Libby and Lana were born at 31 weeks before their due date and later taken to the neonatal ICU at the Aga Khan Hospital, where their journey to survive amidst the complication that arose having been born too early. Visiting them at their home in Mountain View along Uthiru Road in Nairobi, the Quadruplets are full of life and one can hardly come to terms with the fact that they were born underweight. Divinar Joseph, a school teacher, wife and mother to the Quadruplets, takes us through the tough yet beautiful journey that she says saw her grow strong throughout the journey.
Lisa, who's term babies, it's really a big time issue. It is financially draining. It is emotionally draining. I mean, it is something you can't even wish for your enemy to go through. It's a very tough experience. It is very tough to watch your babies in ICU for like them, they were in ICU for a month.
1 month.
1 month in ICU.
But what exactly is their story? Despite the trauma Divinar Joseph went through, the financial stress owing to the medical expenses involved saw her part with almost all her belongings as her health insurance cover got depleted.
Like you wake up in the morning, go to ICU to check on them. You know, sometimes you're just scared. You don't know whether they made it through the night. It's not easy. So like me, of course, I used to ask the nurses. I remember one time I asked the nurses, "Are you sure these babies are breathing?" They said, "Yeah, they are breathing. What if you remove all these machines? Will they breathe?" And they were like, "Relax, the babies are."
More than 1 million of these babies born prematurely die and others face serious lifelong health issues that affect brain, lungs and hearing and vision. For Divinar Joseph, as she narrates, her youngest quadruplet who delayed in her growth development than the other 3.
In Aga Khan, NICU, neonatal ICU, per day per baby is 35,000. So like 35, 35, 35, 35, that is just an incubator. And then apart from incubation, the NICU now, the ICU, there is medication now. You know, there are so many complications associated with premature babies. Like for example, Liana and Lara had holes in their hearts, something like a mama, like the heart had not closed. So they had holes in the heart. So the 2 were under cardiologists and their medications were very expensive. And then 3 of them had jaundice. And then Liana, apart from the hole in the heart, her hemoglobin was very low. So she was also blood transfused. But Libby and Lisa were okay. They just had issues with health.
Joseph, however, didn't fail to unleash her greatest fears on the growth of her quadruplets, who were then underweight. The quadruplets, who are now 2 years old, are currently at 10 kilograms.
Lisa, whose right part was greatly affected. That is why she couldn't walk fast because alikuwa amefinywa nao wengine. Even my gyna used to tell me kuna mtoto mmoja amefinywa sana. Even when the gyna was checking their sexes, adding weights, it's like just mining gold. You know, today they are 1.2. You know, they were born 1.2, 1.6, the 2 and 1.5, but they cut weights. When they're born, they normally cut weight. They cut weight. Lisa went to grams, and the other ones also cut. Like the biggest was now 1.2. So now we started afresh, counting weight every day. Like now the nurses used to record the weights every day. Today they increased, like 2 increase weight, 2 reduce.
As we mark the World's Prematurity Day, the government is also on the forefront to put measures to curb the rising cases of premature births. Kenya has been ranked as one of the most improved countries since 2003 in the fight against rising numbers of preterm babies. Worldwide, for every 1 baby out of 10 are born too early. Preterm births do not discriminate and can happen to anyone despite or irrespective of their social economic status or rather their culture. However, for Divinar Joseph, she is one amongst the many mothers who have graced this journey successfully. Milliah Kisienya for Ebro TV.